Challenges ahead for self-driving cars, safety and ethical concerns. Challenges ahead for self-driving cars, safety and ethical concerns. The development of self-driving cars has been a technological advancement that has been in the making for several years. However, the development and deployment of self-driving cars has presented a range of safety and ethical concerns that have been hard to address. Self-driving cars have the potential to drastically reduce accidents, but this technology, which is growing rapidly, still faces a range of challenges. One of the major concerns about self-driving cars is the issue of safety. Safety comes first with any vehicle or machinery, and self-driving cars are no exception. The concern here is that the internet connection of these cars could be hacked, creating a scenario where the cars are manipulated remotely, which could cause chaos on the roads. Another safety concern arises from the ability of autonomous cars to detect obstacles on their path correctly. The level of accuracy in the car's sensors could be the difference between life and death in unexpected scenarios. The car's detection algorithms must be reliable and should address issues like large raindrops masquerading as an object or snow and mud covering the sensors, leading to compromised performance. A robust algorithm should be able to navigate uncertain or unfamiliar situations and should not put passengers at risk. Another safety issue is the human factor, perhaps the biggest challenge that autonomous cars face. Autonomous cars may struggle in situations where human intervention is required, such as when the driver decides to take back control of the car. There is also an ethical concern about how self-driving cars will behave in accidents. Presently, car accidents are human and, generally speaking, occur from human error. However, with the development of autonomous vehicles, not only can they create accidents, but the consequences of accidents are the result of pre-programmed choices that the car makes. In an accident scenario, the self-driving car must make a choice on what to do. Should the car prioritize the safety of the passengers and its driver, or should it minimize damages and save pedestrians on a pedestrian crossing? Similarly, should the car prioritize saving an adult pedestrian over a child, or a well-known figure over an ordinary person? The car's decision-making algorithms must be programmed ethically to ensure that human life, irrespective of age, race, or economic status, is prioritized. Nonetheless, while safety and ethical concerns remain paramount in the development and deployment of self-driving cars, progress must be made in reaching acceptable levels. Governments all over the world are funding research and providing grants to top universities, further highlighting the significance of this niche. Research plays an instrumental role in overcoming obstacles and pushing the boundaries of technological advancements. Further support for autonomous cars comes from the fact that these vehicles are likely to have a significant impact on the environment. Autonomous cars have the potential to reduce congestion on the roads in two ways. First, they could be programmed to avoid congested areas, reducing the amount of traffic on these roads. Second, autonomous cars will allegedly travel at a uniform speed, reducing the congestion caused by unexpected stops in traffic flow, which is a significant contributor to greenhouse gas emissions. Furthermore, with the availability of self-driving cars, there may be fewer cars on the road in the long term. Fewer cars on the road will reduce the noise created, pollution, and greenhouse gas emissions from vehicles. These are incredible benefits that self-driving cars can bring. However, there is still a lot of work to be done before autonomous cars are a reality, and the world can realize its benefits. First, it is essential to educate the public about the benefits of autonomous cars and to get them on board with the concept. This process will be slower than the development of the technology itself. Second, there must be nationwide regulations put in place to ensure that autonomous cars are safe and trustworthy. Governments must create standards for the operation and use of self-driving cars, mandating requirements such as how the vehicles are to be tested and verified before being allowed on the roads. There must also be cybersecurity policies put in place to ensure the safety of passenger information being transmitted or stored in the cars. Finally, there must be robust and effective communication between autonomous cars and other vehicles on the roads. This communication can come through vehicle-to-vehicle, V2V, or vehicle-to-infrastructure, V2I, communication protocols, which are forms of wireless communication. Ensuring that vehicle-to-vehicle and vehicle-to-infrastructure communication techniques are fast, reliable, and secure is critical in ensuring that accidents and congestion are avoided. Besides safety and ethical concerns, self-driving cars face other challenges that must be overcome before they can become mainstream. One of these is the high cost of developing and deploying self-driving cars. The cost of research and development alone is staggering, with companies like Tesla reportedly spending billions of dollars on the development of autonomous vehicles. The cost of manufacturing self-driving cars is also high, owing to the need for sophisticated sensors, algorithms, and computer systems. These costs have to be reduced significantly to make self-driving cars more affordable for consumers. Another challenge faced by autonomous cars is the lack of sufficient infrastructure to support them. Self-driving vehicles require specialized infrastructure such as charging stations, high-speed data connections, and reliable GPS systems. Currently, these infrastructural challenges make it difficult to deploy self-driving cars on a large scale, especially in less developed areas. Additionally, the legal and regulatory framework governing the use of autonomous vehicles is still in its infancy. There is no clear consensus on who is liable in case of an accident involving a self-driving car. Issues such as insurance, licensing, and liability will need to be resolved before these vehicles become a reality on the roads. Finally, there is the issue of job displacement. Self-driving cars have the potential to automate an entire industry, putting drivers and other workers out of jobs. While this may lead to a more efficient system, it also means that millions of people who rely on those jobs may be unemployed. The government and other stakeholders must find a way to address this issue and ensure that the impact of self-driving cars on employment is mitigated. Despite the challenges ahead, the potential for self-driving cars to improve transportation and reduce accidents is undeniable. The technology has already made significant strides in recent years, with major auto manufacturers testing and deploying self-driving vehicles. As the technology improves and becomes more reliable, self-driving cars may soon become a viable option for consumers. In addition to the benefits for consumers, self-driving cars also have the potential to transform industries such as logistics and delivery. Autonomous vehicles could revolutionize supply chain management and shipping, reducing costs and improving efficiency. Moreover, self-driving cars could enable new forms of mobility, such as on-demand transportation services that are not limited by the availability of human drivers. This could provide greater access to transportation for individuals who are unable to drive, such as the elderly or disabled. Despite the challenges that self-driving cars face, it is important to emphasize the potential benefits that this technology can bring. As society continues to grapple with issues such as climate change and traffic congestion, autonomous vehicles could provide a solution that is both efficient and sustainable. In the end, the success of self-driving cars will depend on a range of factors, from improving safety and reliability to ensuring that the technology is accessible and affordable for consumers.